Yo, let's go. Pizza King podcast. We back at it again. Got another good episode. I really want to expand on what we were talking about in the last episode, which was building community, becoming a part of your community, and how that plays into the longevity of your pizzeria. But I wanted to expand and give a few tactics and some things. Just talk to you about some of the things that we did in our business and how some of those things may or may not help you. Pizza of the week was crazy this week. So can't wait to talk to you about that one and show that one. You really gonna want to make sure you go to IG and check that one out. Pizza Tour 2024. Got some places I'm visiting this year, so I really want to tap in with that and Q&A, just touching on the background and how we got started in the pizza business. So without further ado, let's get into it. Pizza King podcast. I'm Tyrell Reed. Let's go. All right, we back. We back. Um, I love doing this. I love doing this. It has become almost therapeutic just getting on this mic and talking and sharing these things and meeting more people and opening it up. It's different parts of the journey and I'm excited about where it's going. So, thank you all for being here. Thanks anyone who listens to this and all the folks who interact with me and reach out. I've made so many friends in the pizza business over the last, I would say, 4 or 5 years of just posting and interacting on social media. So, thank you to everybody who reaches out to me and who answers my questions when I have them. So, and all the communities that we all share in and get to be a part of. So, can't say thank you enough. I can't say thank you enough. Let's start out with pizza of the week. Pizza of the week was actually funny because we're working in the shop. I don't know, must have been, Thursday or Friday a couple of weeks ago. And Alan and I are in the back. JR's up front and he was talking to some customers and he was up there for a while. Like, you get that, how it is. You see something happening and the interactions it take us 30 seconds, a minute to take an order. But when it goes beyond that, you start to look at it like, all right, is something wrong? What's going on? But he was up there talking to these folks for a good 30, 45 minutes. And they're just laughing and kicking it. And, we're in the back prepping, doing what we do. We didn't really join in. But as they're getting their order together and I go up there, I find out that these are the folks that he had interacted with on Facebook when the wife had asked a question about, we always do secret menu items, right? And we created a Philly bowl or something like that. And a lady had commented and asked about when we were going to do some keto products. Or no, we didn't do the bowls yet. She asked about some keto products when we had posted a pizza. And we tried some keto bowls and, tested out a few different things. Nothing that really worked for the way that we do things. But then we ended up doing the Philly cheesesteak bowls. So he reached back out to her, found her comment on Facebook, and so she came in and she was like, I'm the lady, I'm the one from Facebook that you told about the keto bowls." Which, first of all, that's dope. When people come in and the customers are like, I'm the one that you talked to, or they're like, "Oh, I seen the video. You the guy." And so they were, it's good to meet people in real life too, for sure. More, it's better to meet people in real life, especially folks that you interact with online because it's just, it makes the world smaller. So anyway, she comes in and she's like, "I'm the lady with the keto bowls," and that's when I came up. She's like, "Oh, JR was like, oh, T, this the lady that we did the keto bowls for, the Philly bowls." And I'm like, "Oh, that's dope." And then they say, "Well, tell them what we were just talking about." I'm like, "What?" And the husband goes, "All right, work with me here. We start out with weaving some bacon together," and I'm like, "Say less. You had me at bacon weave." He's like, do bacon as the crust. If you weave it and cook it, that could be the crust for the pizza. Like, sign me up, please. But I left them and they ordered their food and all that. And, JR calls me, or he sent me pictures the other day. I wasn't working this day. He sent me some pictures and these dudes then weaved the bacon together and started cooking it. bacon weave crust. They did a half and half. It was like half broccoli cheddar with half cream cheese and jalapeno, like a jalapeno popper. They said it was fire, fire. You got to go check out this bacon weave. So the crust came out beautiful. So I can't wait to try it myself. I didn't get a chance to try the pizza. I did show up later, but the pizza was gone. I didn't get a chance to try the pizza, but I'm looking forward to making that crust and doing it again. Go check out IG. I'll post it on the Pizza King podcast page. I'll post it on my personal page on Tyrell Reed Senior. So if you get a chance to see it, and it's on the store page at West Shore Kingsway, go follow the store. Go follow. What if you're not following? Go follow the store. So bacon weave crust. Would you try a bacon weave? Now, I don't think it's something that could be a permanent menu item for us, or even a special secret menu item, or I don't think it's something that we could sell because it took a long time. Obviously, it's very expensive because we know bacon's not cheap, right? So we would have to either sell it for a ridiculous price in order to make it make sense. But stopping the line doing stuff like that really doesn't. We try to avoid situations like that. Let's just say that. But either way, cool ass pizza, cool ass pizza. So yeah, go check that one out on IG. I'll probably post it on Facebook too if you are connected with me on Facebook. But mostly, obviously, we do things on Instagram. Q&A this week came from a customer. I was in the store on Sunday, and a customer comes. He got his pizza and he's walking out the door, and I'm there just kind of doing something with the kids, talking to I had the kids there with me, so talking to the kids or probably taking an order. They treat me like a waiter when they come into the store. But he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, are you the owner?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's going on?" He goes, "I just wanted to ask you what you thought about this business because I'm retired and I'm looking to find a franchise business to invest in. How did you decide that this was the business for you?" And I told him, the business chose me. I didn't choose the business. I've been doing this since I was 19 years old. So my path is a little bit different, meaning I was in this and I started to learn it. I became more intrigued. Opportunities continue to present themselves, and that's how we got to where we are today. So my story is a story of sweat equity, time, and betting and investing on oneself, right? Wasn't like I was looking for that next investment opportunity, or I retired from another career and I'm looking for a way to make some passive income. This was my life. So this was the natural progression of things for me. So my story is a little bit different, but as someone who's looking for a business to invest in, I told him, look, if you're looking for passive income, straight up, don't do this. Because look at me, it's Sunday, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening on a Sunday. I got my 3 kids with me. We in here, doing what we need to do. This is not anything close to retirement. You know what I mean? So I'm like, and he goes, yeah, I see that. And I'm, looking for something for my kids and something that we can pass on. Like, well, start something that they're interested in, because if the goal is for your kids to take it over, they're probably not going to want to run a restaurant, especially if they don't do it right now. But, and he thanked me, and we talked about a couple of things for a minute, but it leads me to, my real piece of advice, which is, if you are looking to get into a business, or you are looking to join a franchise or buy a restaurant or open a restaurant, you want to do this, go do it before you invest your money. Go spend some time, go invest your time. And I say this all the time, invest your time before you invest your money. Go learn it, spend as much time as you can understanding the businesses and the nuances, the seasonality, all of the different components of it before you decide that this is what you want to dump your money into, because it could be a long road to glory. You know what I mean? Like, it could take a while if you want to, build a good business and become profitable and have something that is worth passing on to the next generation. That takes some time to build up, and it takes a significant amount of investment in the way of financial investment and time investment, energy. you're gonna miss some things trying to build this restaurant business up. But that's not to discourage anybody, because if you want to do it, by all means, there's so many opportunities out here to get into the business. You could, I mean, we got folks that do pop-ups. We got, folks that make pizzas and do a great job making pizzas from home. You got folks that are, doing food trucks and jumping into the franchise side, or starting their own independence, or even just adding pizza as part of something else. I saw there's a donut shop that's selling pizza too. Like, there's a lot of ways to get into it. So I would never discourage anybody. And it's such a diverse industry that you can do it any type of way. Hell, I learned about Argentinian style pizza from, shout out to my guy Fernando up in New York. I met him in Orlando, and he was giving me, an education on Argentinian style pizza. So there's so many different ways to get into this business, and you just got to choose which path is right for you. Spend as much time as you can learning and educating yourself on that business, and you can be successful. You can be successful. But I would never, for my own for my own ego, lead somebody down the path of, hey, this is gonna be great. You're gonna be so successful. No, I tell the truth. You're gonna work your ass off for a long time, and if you really want the most out of it, it's gonna take the most from you. So that's just the truth. But hey, I'm not retired. I'm still in it. I want to help the folks that are also in it do their thing. Last week we were talking a lot about community and the importance of building community for the longevity of your restaurant, right? I didn't give a whole lot of detail on some of the things that we did, and I just wanted to share. Now, let me give this one disclaimer. I'm not saying these things to say that what we do is the right way, or what somebody else does is wrong. I'm just saying that based on my experience, these are some of the things that I have done that have worked to whatever degree of success we needed at the time, right? So everybody's situation is different. Everybody's bills are different. Everybody's needs are different. So you got to determine what success means for you. But I'm gonna just give you a couple of tactics that we use that I thought were, very beneficial for both the community and for the restaurant. The first one was, must have been, when did we? So we bought the store in 2000. I think we bought the store in 2011, and we we bought we paid for a sponsorship at the YMCA. Now, for me, the YMCA is about half a mile up the road from us. Big YMCA. They got the fields. They got all the, it's huge. Big YMCA right down the street. We decided that it was important for us, and they actually approached us, and it just made sense for us to do it, about a sponsorship. So we bought the sponsorship. It was probably a couple $1,000s, and they let you do a monthly pay. Maybe we were paying them a couple $100s a month for it, and um, we did that for a few years. They put a banner up in the gym, in the fitness area. They put a banner up, thanking West Shore Pizza Kingsway for the sponsorship. But here's what was great, and the banner was, it's like, man, that's a lot of money for a banner. But what's the banner do? The banner gives you exposure to, folks in the community. Look, no one's driving across town to go to a YMCA. It's the people in the community that frequent and, spend the money at the Y. And a lot of families, mostly families, that's our target. We like families with, with kids. We like the three twos, the three car the three bathroom two, the 3 bedroom 2 bathroom house folks, the 2 3 car garage folks. Those, that's our target. We want families. So who frequents the YMCA? Families. So families will see it, but who also, who uses it? What does the YMCA do? They do camps. That was big for us. So with our sponsorship, we became a preferred vendor. So with that preferred vendor, they came to us for their needs. And what's the best thing to feed kids? Pizza. So for our sponsorship dollars, we became a preferred vendor. We got tons of orders for those camps, tons of orders for those camps every single week. Every single week, there's they need 10 pies, 12 pies, and it wasn't like they were huge, but it paid off over time. But we also got, so you get the exposure of getting your pizza in front of the kids. So now we become a favorite of not all the kids, but some of the kids. We become a favorite of those kids. But who's in there during the day when the kids are at school working out? The parents, the grandparents, the aunts, the aunties. Like we the families in there, you kind of get that full 360, right? You get to see the parents, you get to see the kids, you get to be, you know, you get to be a preferred vendor for other folks. So if they have vendor partners or if they have programs, they're going to recommend us as their preferred vendor because we have sponsored the YMCA and we show that we're, investing in the community. That one was huge. If you got a YMCA, I'm telling you, go do that. Go do that because spring break comes, summer break comes, and it's slow during the year. You're probably not gonna get a lot from them from September to May. I mean, you'll get like spring break and we'll get like some Christmas break if they're doing camps. But spring break, summertime, it could be every day. It could be 5 days a week. You could get a couple of days, but I'm telling you, that one was huge for us. And we still have those relationships because it was just so important. The second one is actually came from another brand that I was working with. And when I was with Fuzzies, I thought it was genius that they pretty much eliminated the whole, and you done it like the give back. We got, this is Brandon High School night. We're going to get back 10% of sales for everything we do tonight. And those are great and everybody does it. And you see a lot of brands that do that. But when I was with Fuzzies, we pretty much killed that idea. And not because it didn't work, but because we wanted to find a way, or I didn't create it, but they wanted to find a way to give the maximum benefit to the organization. So, 10% give back, you might get a couple $100. You drive sales to the restaurant, but what the school gets out of that is, minimal. If you do $2,000, you're gonna give them a check for $200. Was it worth, and that may be great for a PTA, but was it really worth it? Excuse me. I would say yes and no. But if you tell them, look, our space is more valuable than our product, so like, look, we'll offer you the space. And what they did was called brownie night. So we'll let you use our space, and you do the work. You invite people, and we'll let you work the room and sell. And what they did was the restaurant would provide brownies and ice cream to the school or to the organization. And you invite everybody to come out and say, hey, it's Brandon High School night at West Shore Pizza. Come on out, enjoy, pizza. And we're also doing, brownies and ice cream for donations. So they would sell a brownie tray and ice cream for $5. And if you get a couple, and it's always packed when you do this because kids always, my kids do it too. They bring the slips home. We got to go. We got to do this. We got to go to Chick-fil-A. We got to go to the ice cream place tonight. You always want to support the schools. So if you sell 100 of those, you can make $500. But if 100 people come in order as normal, and we do, $2,500 in sales, you're going to get $250. So it was always more beneficial and more profitable and cleaner from an accounting standpoint to let them do the work, and they work the table and they sell the brownies, and we just donate them. We'll cook it. We let you set it up. You sell it. We don't run anything through our books or through our register. You sell it. You take the cash. Keep it. You have the space is yours. You have all of our customers available to you. You can go around, work table to table, however you want to do it. And typically, even if people don't want it, they usually just donate and do stuff like that. So yeah, brownie night. Brownie night was dope. If you want to know more about brownie night, I do have like an outline on it. I'm happy to send it to anybody if you just email me. And then the last thing is, how do you get connected with folks to do things like that? I, the one piece of advice I wanted to give was, when you're dealing with schools, go after PTA members, PTA presidents, and assistant principals. Those are the folks who make decisions on where orders get placed from, who orders get placed from, where the need, what the needs are and how they allocate the budget. So work with PTA folks, build relationships with PTA members, because that'll be your gateway into getting into the schools. And some schools require you to become approved vendors through the district before they can place orders with you. It's worth it to do that work. Just just go through whatever processes you need to go through to get that done, because it's definitely invaluable. But that's all we got today. It was a good one. Pizza of the week, bacon weave. Definitely can't wait to try that. Go check it out. Let me know if you see it. Question Q&A. Don't get into this without getting yourself some experience first. That's just my advice. Go learn it. Go do it the right way. Learn how to do it the right way so that you have a better chance of being successful when it's your turn. And lastly, we talked about some of the tactics that we use to build a community. Find you a YMCA or a community center or something that, or a daycare center or somewhere that you can get to kids and parents. That's a good one. And then go tap in with the PTA at your local schools. Tap in with the PTA, because schools always need support. Businesses always need customers. It's really a perfect marriage. Before we go though, I want to talk about pizza tour. I want to go, this year is 2024, obviously. I already have some trips scheduled, but I really want to visit more places and kind of go on this pizza tour this year. Um, between shows and expos, and just visiting some towns that have pizzerias that I just want to try, and really pizza people that I want to meet in person, folks that I've been talking to and chatting with online. I can't wait to just get out to some of these places. Obviously, we'll be in Vegas. We'll be in Vegas this year at the Pizza Expo, but we'll also be in Orlando for Pizza Summit, Pizza Tomorrow Summit. So any spots in Vegas? I know there's who are the two guys in Vegas that started the two shops. I can't wait to go try that. And I want to do Orlando. We'll have some spots on that's local for me, so we'll definitely try some spots around Orlando. There's also West Coast Food Show, but there's going to be a Pizza Summit Tomorrow Pavilion in LA in August. So a lot of shops in LA that I'm looking forward to visiting. I got Houston on the list. There's at least 4 or 5 places in Houston with some friends that I've made online, made on Instagram, that I cannot wait to get out to H-Town and try some of these folks. Um, there's a Pizza 5K. I think it's in like New Jersey. Pizza 5K in September. I'm trying to put myself on the list for that. That's a good one. If there's any other places that y'all think I should visit or pizzerias that I should get into, hit me up. Let me know, because I want to get out and meet more folks and expand my pizza horizon. So holler at me. Holler at me. All right, and that's a wrap. It's another good one. Don't forget to go follow us on Instagram, Pizza King Podcast. Tap in with me. Send me your questions. Send me your pizzas. Can't wait to talk and meet all of you other folks. Oh yeah, pizza tour. Send me those cities. Let's stay locked in. See y'all next week.